Okay folks, this is called the broken top test. Tops, you know, have you ever played tops? You spin them, and if they're perfectly balanced, they stay up and keep spinning. If a top is broken, then wobbling all over the place. The idea with this is to see if you can stay in one position, a resting position, a sitting posture, and a standing posture. And the idea is to hold each one for 15 minutes without becoming a broken top, either psychologically or physiologically. You don't want your body, when you're doing the standing or the sitting, to be fidgety and losing concentration. And mentally also, you don't want to be all over the place. Okay, so the broken top is symbolic of both aspects. For the standing, you're just going to stand with your feet in a natural position. So somewhere around shoulder width apart. You can go slightly wider if you want. You can go right into the hips. It's like you're standing at attention. Your feet should be pointing forward, more or less, so not out to the side. And the feeling that you want is a feeling, like I just said, of being able to jump. So a ready position, it's a relaxed position, but it's also active. Some people, if they have to stand too long, complain of their back starting to hurt or knees starting to hurt. And that's not because standing is causing that pain. It's because standing incorrectly is causing that pain. If over time, a certain segment of your body, a certain area, some joint is eating more stress than it should be, then you're standing improperly, and of course, compounded over time, that's going to develop into pain. So this is a good test of structural integrity, and it's only 15 minutes. This can be extended to an hour, 2 hours. So we're starting with very simple 15 minutes. When you do this test, you don't have to close the eyes. You can if you want, but I would recommend keeping them open and just trying to keep your attention on nothing in particular, but everything. Okay, so you notice things in your peripheral vision, somebody calls you in your house, ignore everything, but pay attention to everything. I would recommend to add an additional challenge. You can hold something to keep you from becoming distracted. This will give you immediate feedback if you become distracted. You find two objects, like these are just little rocks we found in our garden. You're gonna balance them, okay? If it's two things that are really, really easy to balance, like these are kind of not symmetrical, so if I balance them in a way like this, and I become distracted and I start to tilt, then it's gonna fall. So that's the idea, is that you give yourself something where you have to balance. Another thing you could do is maybe get eggs from your refrigerator and hold one egg on 2 fingers, like this. Balance it on 2 fingers while you're doing the standing test. Something that gives you some sensitivity, that brings your awareness to how you're standing. So you'll set up your objects, set a timer, so you don't have to keep checking the clock, and you're gonna stand there for 15 minutes. The part of the challenge will just be setting these up, because once one is set up, then you only have one hand to set up the other side. Okay, so that'll do for now. If I move too much, these are gonna fall. It feels kind of shaky. So you don't want to be tense. Do you get frustrated right away? Or can you keep on trying to solve the problem? You'd be surprised. We do this with people, different challenges like this, and frustration comes out immediately. People want to give up immediately. Well, that's not a good approach to take to anything in life. I'm sure anybody can agree. You're going to have challenges and obstacles. If you want to get anywhere, you better learn how to deal with them and not let it stress you out or turn you away immediately. You can also do this without any object. You can just stand there with your hands at your side or actively resting on your hips, and hold this for 15 minutes. If you're standing in a position that is geometrically incongruent, it's going to become pretty obvious after the first few minutes. You shouldn't start to accumulate tension in your lower back. If you're feeling tension in your lower back, then adjust your body weight centers, adjust your pelvis, your rib cage, your head. If your feet start to hurt, if your ankles start to hurt, check if they're collapsing inwards. Or check if you're putting uneven pressure. You should have slightly more weight toward your heels when you're standing than to the front of your feet. You can teach yourself meditation, but you can also, a lot of people, I think, when they do meditation, they basically just fall asleep. So this forces you to be attentive. Keep your breathing relaxed, keep your shoulders relaxed. So that's test number 1, 15 minutes. The second one is sitting. In the interest of time, I'm not going to demonstrate it with the stones, but you can also do it with the stones. For the sitting test, you're going to kneel in between your heels. Your big toes, keep them touching, let your heels fall apart, and then just sit in between your heels. If this is an extremely uncomfortable position for you, then get a pillow or cushion and rest it first on top of your heels, and then sit. You might need 2 cushions or 3 cushions. But you want to work your way down to your shins are on the ground, your heels are falling apart, and you're sitting between your heels. And this is how you're going to sit for 15 minutes. It's a good test of integrity because if your ankles start to hurt and you're going like this, that's the broken top. That's why we call it the broken top. So if you have to do this and get up and then sit back down, then you're broken top. So you want to get to the point where you're 15 minutes, you can just sit there still and not be in pain. Be at ease, but alert, okay? If you can't come to a sense of ease in resting positions and just standing there and just sitting there doing nothing, that's a position of rest. So if you can't be at ease in a position of rest, then obviously your activity is going to be compromised because you need even more stability and balance to move around and be active than you do to just sit there. So I would recommend trying this and see how it goes. It only takes 30 minutes. Don't let anything distract you. And just sit there for 15 minutes with your timer. Focus on your breath. And see if you're a broken top or if you have some stability. Enjoy.
Toki, are you a broken top? No, she can sit for hours in the same position in that move.